Well, look, it's matching. That's a nice unplanned coincidence. It is that time of the month again where the PlayStation Plus games have been revealed, and I did a video about how March's games could be like the best lineup ever a few days ago, not knowing they were going to get revealed now. They're not the best lineup ever. Look, I don't actually think the lineup is that bad, so let's talk a little bit about it, what I think of it. I'll give it a score, and we'll talk a little bit about the trophies as well. It's not the peak lineup of Bloodborne and Ratchet & Clank like 2018's March PlayStation Plus that I'd hoped it would be, but I think it's fine. Sort of. Okay, so we have 4 major games, and I know some people are only here to hear about the games, so the games up front are, you're getting 2 for PlayStation 5, and I guess 3 for PlayStation 4, because one of them is kind of on both. The first is Ghost Runner for the PS5, Ark Survival Evolved on the PS4, Team Sonic Racing on the PS4, and then Ghosts of Tsushima Legends, the multiplayer component of that game, on both the PS4 and the PS5. So those are your 4 games. If that's all you cared about, just hit the like button down below, leave a comment, and you can leave now. I'm going to go into more details about each of these games and why it's kind of important, why it's a big deal, and give an overall score now though. So first we'll do PS5, and we'll talk about Ghost Runner, which is like this cyberpunk-esque first-person game. It's kind of like a mixture of like a cyberpunk-style RPG as well as Mirror's Edge. It's got like components of both. I guess a little bit of like Arcane Bethesda style in there with, so think like a little bit of Dishonored. You're basically an assassin in this cyberpunk like futuristic world, and you've got to take out enemies, but you kind of got this really nice kinetic flow of gameplay and movement. I've been talking about this game for a couple of years now. When it came out on the PS4 in 2020, I think I was a big proprietor of it, talking about how amazing this game was. It was really fun and no one cared about it. It came out literally the same time as Cyberpunk. It just got completely buried. So it's awesome this is on PlayStation Plus, and it's awesome that you guys will be able to check this one out. I know that not all of you have PS5s at this point. It's only available on PS5 for the purposes of this. Make sure you still add it to your library though, because you'll be able to check it out later on down the track when you do get a PS5. Now the other game that's for the PS5 is Ghost of Tsushima Legends. This is available on both PS4 and PS5, so everyone can play this one. This is the multiplayer component of Ghost of Tsushima, which they added on after launch. It's like this co-op, squad-based, 4-player PvE multiplayer mode, which is kind of neat. It has a really cool class-based system, and it actually works very well for a game that it felt like a tacked-on multiplayer component to a single-player game. The interesting part about this specifically is that this is actually a free piece of content if you own Ghost of Tsushima. So if you have the original game, which a lot of you guys do because you've told me in the comments, then obviously you've probably checked this out and played it because it was part of a free update that came out, I think, in like 2020 or 2021. And then obviously came out with the like full edition on the PlayStation 5 version of Ghost of Tsushima as well. Now it appears that they made it a standalone thing. I don't know if this is a new thing that it's been made standalone or it's always been standalone. I had Ghost of Tsushima, so I never really had that problem of having to go and buy it separately, but I believe it costs money to buy the standalone version of it versus just getting it for free with the base game. It's kind of a weird situation with this one. I'm not really sure why they did it this way or what that's about. So they are giving you decent value here, but it is free if you own Ghost of Tsushima or the Legendary Edition or anything like that. So it's kind of weird. I've seen a few people comment saying this is just another demo like the Tiny Tina situation, and it basically is exactly like that Tiny Tina situation where you're getting a piece of DLC content which is made standalone and they're giving it to you as like a piece of something. Now, the one thing I will say here is that this is an addition to the PlayStation Plus lineup. So we've still got our 3 titles, whereas in February, the Tiny Tina situation, we only got 3 games, so one of them was taken up by that. I'm okay with them doing it this way, not only because Legends is actually really, really fun, and I do want more of you guys to check it out and experience it, but secondly, because they're not substituting it out for another game, I think it's forgivable and passable in this instance, but I'll let you guys sound off in the comment section down below of how you feel about them doing things like this. I really hope this doesn't become a trend of them just giving us a standalone DLC piece of content, but you never know with PlayStation Plus. It's changed so much. In March 2018, we got Bloodborne and Ratchet & Clank. All I'm going to say on that one. Okay, for the 2 standalone PS4 titles, the first one is Team Sonic Racing, which is basically just an arcade style kart racing game. Think of Mario Kart. Maybe you've played one of the Sonic or Sega All-Stars racing games in the past. They were available on the 360 and the PS3. This is the PS4 iteration of that. It's actually really good. It works really competently. Look, I don't think it's as good as Crash Team Racing on the PS4, but I think it's a really decent kart racing game. The Sonic kart racing franchise has been decently competent for a number of years now, so I actually really enjoyed this one when it came out, so I think it's a pretty decent get. It's not a AAA style game. None of the stuff on here is really AAA style, but I think it's a pretty decent game. The other one is Ark Survival Evolved. This is like the MMO multiplayer survival style game. It kind of creates like, or combines elements of like survival games. Think of like Rust, 7 Days to Die, things like that, with dinosaurs with MMO components as well. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. Probably a little bit of RPG as well. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. It's kind of a full-on experience, this one. A lot of people swear and live by this game. I think it's past its heyday. It was really, really popular, I think like 4 or 5 years ago, where it kind of peaked on like the PC and the PS4 as well, obviously. I don't know how relevant it is in 2022. Probably not that relevant. But look, I'm sure some of you guys will have a decent amount of fun with it. There's also like a glitch where you can get the platinum trophy in this one relatively easy by accessing like dev controls and things like that. So if you're a trophy hunter looking to platinum this game, go and look up a guide. I'm not going to go through it here, but there's some really decent guides online where you can just easily blitz through the platinum on this one and add another plat to your collection if you're looking for that. Okay, so overall, I think it's a decent enough lineup. I'm going to give this one like a very generous 7 out of 10 in terms of like my score for the lineup this month. I don't think it's incredible or amazing or anything like that. I think it's definitely lacking a AAA style game to kind of top it all off. I think that's really what it needed. That's what I do feel like PlayStation Plus needs each month, is one AAA pillar, and then you can like pepper in a bunch of other stuff. So that's my perfect sort of month. However, I think the lineup is pretty strong. Ghost of Tsushima Legends, for all the weirdness around what that is, it's actually a very, very good multiplayer experience, and I highly encourage you guys to check it out if you haven't played it already. It's very, very fun to play with friends. Ghost Runner is a game that was super underrated. Something that I bet a lot of you guys haven't heard of or played before, and I think you're gonna have a really, really good time with it. It's actually a really awesome game, and it just didn't get the attention it deserved. So I recommend this one. It's actually really, really good. Ark Survival Evolved, I could take it or leave it. I think if this was like 4 years earlier, I would have been super pumped for this, but given it's kind of past its peak, I don't really care that much about Ark. And then Team Sonic Racing, I think this is just a fun little arcadey racing game. I can't criticize this one too much. I think it's pretty good. Look, it's a decent get. It's not incredible value, but it's a good game. It's fun. I think a lot of you guys will also have a good time with it. So that is my overall score for PlayStation Plus. There's one thing that's really important for trophy hunters to point out, that if you go and play Ghost of Tsushima Legends and you don't own the standalone game, you'll earn trophies for Legends, and you'll have the original Ghost of Tsushima trophy card on your trophy card, even if you don't have the game. The Ghost of Tsushima Legends counts as DLC for the original Ghost of Tsushima. It doesn't have a separate trophy list. So if you don't like having like incomplete trophy lists on your account, don't play it, because it will register as the trophy list for Ghost of Tsushima. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, I would love to hear everyone's feedback in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this month's lineup for PlayStation Plus? Cop or drop, I guess. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Another month, which means another Patreon video for all of you beautiful people out there. Thank you so much to all my Patreons and YouTube channel members over here on the right-hand side for helping to support the channel and keep the lights on. Without Patreon members, this is what it looks like. This is how it is without the lights on. You don't want that. Don't let that happen. Thanks to all the names over here on the right-hand side for helping to support the channel. If you too want to become a Patreon or a channel member, the link's in the description down below. Channel members get a bunch of cool icons next to their name. They get special emotes to use in the chat, and they get my undying gratitude, just like each and every one of you Patreons. Thank you so much. Goodbye.